عليكم ورحمة الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله الواحد القهار الحليم الستار منزه عن الشبيه وشريك ونظير تفرد بالوحدانية وتقدس في ذاته العلية وربك يخلق ما يشاء ويختار. أحمد حمدا عبد معترف بذل والانكسار وأشكره شكرا من يصرف جوارحه في طاعة ربه أنها الليل وأطراف النهار وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له شهادة تنجي قائلها من النار وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله النبي المختار صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه سادة الأبرار صلاة وسلاما دائمين متلازمين إلى يوم تشخص فيه الأبصار وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد, today's khutbah will feature the second part of Journey of Soul. We have discussed in the previous khutbah that the soul of human being will pass through 7 different stages, and none of these stages is with ease except for whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has make it easy for. And that the most easiest one out of these 7 stages is the death. That is the most easiest one. And the most difficult one is standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and which every soul is going to pass through all these stages. So the only remedy given to us by Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam is for one to reduce his sinful act and also continue seeking for the forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also by saying astaghfirullah, inshallah, when time comes for one to leave this world, one is going to live in peace. A lot of the pious believers have undergone so many processes, so many difficulties in when their soul was to be captured, and some of them narrated the experience they had when their soul was captured. Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam, as we all knew, is the best creature of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but himself is experienced a lot of difficulties, agonies of death, to the extent that he says, Innal mawta la sakarat. In fact, the Fatima was with Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam and said to him that he was calling that people should come in to help to see the difficulty Rasulullah is encountering. And Rasulullah said to him that there is not any difficulty on your dad after today. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, when his soul was captured, he was asked, how do you experience the agony of death? He says it's as if one's body is on skin, and then the needle was used to punch all over his body. That is how he feels the pains of death. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, he was also asked, how do you experience the agony of death? And he says, it's as if he was placed on the surface of the earth, and whatever is in the evil and its content was marched on him. This is how he experienced the agony of death. And it's not more news. We knew that we are all going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if we are given 100 years, there are people that live almost 1,000 years. Today, it becomes history. They are not more. They are no more in existence. Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, the best creature, spent all his 63 years and some months. And that the last generation will spend within that range. Will not spend more than 100 years. If you look at ourselves in this masjid, you will discover that most of us are spend more than quarter or half of what we are to spend in this world. So it's reality. We reflect back, repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, continue seeking for the forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that when death comes to us, inshallah, it will be in ease. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. Today's will feature the life in the grave. That is the second stage that the soul will pass through. Rasulullah reported to have said that once the soul is captured from the body of human being, the eyes becomes open, looking at where the soul is going. Because whenever the soul is captured, the eyes open and look at it if it's going to either paradise or the house of the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that the first thing that is expected of the believer to be done on the corpse is try to close his eyes. Because if it is not closed, it will be difficult to do that when you come to prepare the corpse for the janazah. So this, of course, is very important. The life of this world is nothing. And that is why one of the hadiths of Rasulullah reported to have said that if the entire world and what it contains has a value equivalent to a single wing of mosquito, anybody who disbelieves in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not have opportunity of taking even a drop of water. To tell that the world is nothing. It is an opportunity to earn akhirah. We should try as much as possible to see that you use the opportunity of your living to buy your akhirah, yawm al-qiyamah. Don't sell your akhirah for dunya. Try to sell your dunya for akhirah. Because whatever enjoyment, your status, whatever you have in this world is finishing. It's gone. Not that it will go, it's as if it has gone. So the only enjoyment that will remain is that of akhirah. One of the hadiths of Rasulullah stated that Rasulullah says, seek Allah's protection from the punishment of the grave, since punishment of the grave is fact and true. One of the saying of Rasulullah also says, verily the grave is the first stopping place for the hereafter. So if he is saved therein, then what comes after is easier than it. And if he is not saved therefrom, then that which comes after is harder. And that is why that most of the companions of Rasulullah that whenever the issue of the processes that the soul will pass through, these 7 processes is mentioned, it doesn't bother them much. What bothers them much is the issue of grave. Because in the grave, it's only you. Nobody will be in the grave with you. Nobody will be your companion. No matter how somebody is close to you, be it your wife, your children, your friend, your parent, nobody will spare even a night to say, let me stay with you. It's not possible. And that is why one of the sayings of Rasulullah reported to have says that whenever a corpse is buried, whenever somebody is about to be buried, the kabri, the grave, speak to the dead person. Ana baytu washa, I'm the house of the loneliness. Ana baytu zulma, I'm the house of darkness. Ana baytu didan, I'm the house of worms. This is what I have for you. What do you have for me? What do you prepare for me? The kabri, the grave, will say this to everybody. This is what I prepare for you. What do you prepare for me? What do you have? One of the verses of Quran stated that summa amatahu fa'akbara, that then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala causes death, of course, and at the same time he then assigned to him his grave. So nobody knows where his or her grave is going to be. This knowledge is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There was a time during the generation of Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. One of his followers was sitting with him, and a visitor came in, and then the visitor was focusing on him, on that his followers, one of that person. So he was so amazing to the extent he asked Prophet Sulaiman that why is it that your gaze continue looking at me as if I'm the only person in this gathering? Who is he? And the angel, Prophet Sulaiman revealed to him that, you know, the person looking at you is an angel and is Malakul Maut. And he says, no, I don't want to stay close to where Malakul Maut is. And then he requested from Sayyidina Sulaiman to take him away, for instance, as far as China, for instance. And then because of the miracles Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed on Sayyidina Sulaiman, that servant was taken to as far as that place. And immediately he left. This angel disappeared and returned back to Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam. And that, do you know that the servant that was with you now has gone back to Allah? So he was amazing. He was surprised. Yeah, he says, while I was focusing on him, it remains, for instance, some second. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destined that he's going to die as far as China, for instance. And he's still here. So angel Malakul Maut was also amazing, surprised. How will it happen? What will take this person to, and it remains some seconds. But since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined that that is where his grave is going to be, he himself requested for himself to be taken there. So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us. As we says, the companions of Rasulullah used to say that, especially, particularly Sayyidina Usman, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with him, that whenever those stages were mentioned, it doesn't bother him much. But whenever the grave is mentioned, he used to weep. He used to cry a lot. Because in the grave, it's only you and your action. The 3 things used to be in the company of the dead person. 1, your properties. your family, and your actions. But two return back. The only one that will remain with you in your grave is your Amal, your actions. You know, if you are proud of a beautiful car you have at Mosque, they use the car to take you to the grave and return it back. You know, no matter how your children are beloved to you, they will stay for a while and go back. Your wives, after some time, they marry to another people. And that's all. But the only thing that will remain as a companion in the grave is your amal, your action, your deed. These are going to be your companions. And that is why I want to encourage us to see that we should try as much as possible to see that all our congregation, all our prayers, 5 daily prayers are in congregation. This is very important, especially the Salatul Fajr and Salat Isha. These are the prayers that are difficult for munafiqun to observe. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not count us among the munafiqun. So it's very important we try as much as possible to see that our prayers are done in congregation, because these are going to be our companions in the grave. This is the opportunity we have that we are still living. Anybody can go back to Allah at any point in time, at no cost. So this is your opportunity. Try to see that you push forward what will be your companions. And whenever you come to pray, pray in accordance to the teaching of Islam, the way it was presented to us by Rasulullah. And for you to have security of acceptance in your prayer, try as much as possible to see that you pray in congregation. For instance, most of us are here for degree, masters, PhD, and otherwise. If, for instance, praying in congregation is one of the criteria for you to have this degree, believe you me, this mosque will be filled up every day. Isn't it? But these are what are going to be of benefit to us in Yawm al-Qiyamah. So let's try as much as possible to see that we reprogram ourselves and do a lot of righteous, so that inshallah we have good companionship in the grave. Rasulullah also stated that intanzihu min al-bawl fa inna amatu azab al-qabr minu. That try to do a proper purification from urine. Because Rasulullah says most of the punishment that come to the mu'min, the believers in the grave, is as a result of improper purification from urine. So whenever you want to pass urine, try as much as possible to avoid splashing a reflection into your clothes and onto your bodies. And try to see that you have a proper and clean water for purifying yourself. This is what Rasulullah says. One of the things that result in punishment in the grave is as a result of improper purification from urine. And secondly, he mentioned that one of the things is for yamushi bayna nasi binamam. Another categories of people, they are believer, but as a result of their action, it will lead to the punishment today in their grave. One of it is an-namima. You know, somebody trying to see how he can make the two parties to be in conflict. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is seriously frank about this. Try as much as possible to see that you are not the causes of fitna wherever you are. Don't cause trouble. Anywhere you are, try to see that you maintain peace. If there is a problem, you should be a sabab of settling the problem. But don't try to initiate problem anywhere you are. This, of course, is very important. Don't cause problem between two parties. If you do, it's one of the consequences in the grave. One will be punished. Now, that when one arrives, immediately a corpse is being buried, the angels will appear, Munkar wa Nakir. And then they will raise him and ask him that, in fact, even the appearance of these angels is so scary. It was described that their eyes glitter like lightning, a flash of lightning. This is how their eyes glitter. Their voices rumbles like thunder. And everybody is going to see these angels. They will ask you, who is your Rabb? Who is your, what is your deen? Who is this man that was sent to you? It's not as easy as saying, my Lord is Allah, my deen is Islam, the man sent to us is Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. It's not as easy as that. What will make it easier for you to say it is for you to be in Islam, practice Islam in accordance to the teaching of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. It's not something that you cram. It is your activeness in the deen, your sincerity in the deen that will make you to answer these questions. If you are not sincere in deen, it will be difficult for you to answer these questions. So whatever you are doing, try to do it with ikhlas, so that inshallah, one will be able to answer this question perfectly with ease. The Kaaba is not a small place. And that is why Rasulullah also pray against the punishment of the grave and make it a daily prayer, that we should always pray protection. We should always request from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protection against the punishment of the grave. If you are safe from the grave, it's a glide tidy that inshallah you are going to enter paradise. And if you fell from your grave, it's also a sign that one will be punished. May Allah protect us from such. My brothers, this is the time that we need to emphasize on actions, because this is what will make our stay in the grave to be easy. Rasulullah reported to have said in one of the hadiths that al-qiyamah, qiyamatain, the qiyamah, we've been hearing of qiyamah. Qiyamah is in two phases, two categories. We have a qiyamah al-subra wa qiyamah al-kubra. The qiyamah al-subra, whenever you heard of qiyamah, it's not something that maybe they will say the qiyamah is going to be on Friday. Once you die, your qiyamah has started. That is qiyamah al-subra. The qiyamah al-kubra is when you will be raised from your grave. So we are all approaching our qiyamah. And that is why one of the verses of Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has stated that وَتَزَوَّدُوا فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الزَّادِ تَقْوَى. Push something forward as your provision. The best provision is what? A taqwa. So try to have taqwa in all action we are doing. And with that, inshallah, we'll be successful. May Allah make us successful. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله المحمود أزنى وعبد المحبود مقصود داهما وسرمد المخزل لمن أطاعه وأطاع ودد يغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويفرج القيوب ويكون للمؤمنين ملجأ وسندا أحمده سبحانه وتعالى ولن يحصي أحد حمدا ولو دعب واجتهد وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الذي لم يزل إليها واحد الصمد وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمد عبده ورسوله الذي ارتضاه عبدا واصطفاه حبيبا وسماه محمدا. اللهم فصل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم ورسول سيد سند العظيم سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه صلاة وسلاما دائمين متلازمين أبدا وسلما تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد، وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم أجرنا من النار، اللهم أجرنا من النار، اللهم أجرنا من النار، اللهم أجرنا من خزي النار، اللهم أجرنا من كل عمل يقربنا إلى النار يا رحمن يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم ارحمنا فإنك بنا رحيم، اللهم ارحمنا فإنك بنا رحيم، اللهم ارحمنا فإنك بنا رحيم. ولا تعذبنا بذنوبنا وعلينا قادر، ولا تعذبنا بذنوبنا وعلينا قادر يا رحمن يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام وأعز المسلمين، اللهم أهل بفضلك كلمة الحق والدين، اللهم أهلك الكفرة والمشركين أعداءك أعداء الدين، اللهم رد المسلمين إلى دينك مردا جميلا، اللهم انصروا في إخواننا المسلمين في كل مكان، اللهم انصرنا على أنفسنا، اللهم استجب دعاءنا واشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا وهالك أعداءنا ولا تؤاخذ فيك رجاءنا، واختم بالباقيات الصالحات أعمالنا يا رحمن يا رحمن الرحيم. اللهم تقبل صلاتنا، اللهم تقبل صيامنا، اللهم تقبل عبادنا، اللهم تقبل دعاءنا. اللهم إني أسألك الجنة، اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة الفردوس وأعوذ بك من النار، اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة الفردوس وأعوذ بك من النار، اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة الفردوس وأعوذ بك من النار. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمته يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله.